Hi, so in this video I'm going to be showing you what I ate in Malaysia. This is at Seattle Airport. We're just watching Game of Thrones and having a snack. And we flew by Cathay Pacific on the way to Malaysia, and this is what we had on the plane. We requested vegan meals, so we got something quite decent. And I watched Beauty and the Beast on the plane too. I always like to watch movies on the plane. On the day that we arrived, Kenny and I had some coconut juice. That was delicious. And this is the first breakfast that we had at Novotel in Taiping, Malaysia. I just had a variety of fruit, and then I had some potatoes and salads. They of course had a lot more stuff, but I only ate that. This was during our trip to Ipoh, and this is a biscuit place. My parents kind of made my brother Kenny and I go with them to shop for these biscuits because there's a limit of 2 kilograms per person that you can take, and this is a famous shop. There was quite a long line outside waiting to get these biscuits, so that was my day spent there. And here's some more vegan food. Then this was a vegan restaurant in Penang. This is called Touch Cafe, and this was the first fully vegan restaurant that we went to. It was quite close to our hotel, so we were able to walk there. They had a variety of mock meats, like even mock duck and mock chicken. So we tried that, and we went there a few times. I even brought my parents there once, and the bill didn't come to very expensive. This was one of the best ones, and it was very reasonable in the price, as you can see by the receipt. Ringgit is 4.25 of the US dollars, so 8 ringgit would be about $1 US. And that's the food that we got. I got some bak kut teh noodles. This was fortune noodles, and then Kenny got some mock fish in some curry and had that with rice. We actually got quite a lot, so we weren't able to finish it all, unfortunately. So that was delicious. I really miss eating bak kut teh, so it was nice that I had the chance to eat it. And this is when we went back there with my parents. We ordered a variety of things like veggies and clay pot bak kut teh. This is the sweet and sour chicken, vegan chicken, and we also had the mock duck. Kenny really liked this, and we wish there was something like that closer to us in the US. These are some dumplings. Well, not dumplings. They're called buns. They had some sweet beans in it. This is another vegan restaurant that we went to in Penang. This one was a bit further away from our hotel, but my mum's friend brought us there because she knew that I'm vegan, and so the whole family went. This is called The Leaf, and you can see through the menu all the variety that there is. They had soups, noodles, more westernized food like spaghetti. I really love this place. This was probably my favorite place out of all the vegan places we went to in Malaysia. This is in Penang. The prices here were also really good. So to get the US value, you just divide that price by 4, and that's how much it is. So a meal that would be 9 ringgit in Malaysia is less than 250 in the US. And not all vegan restaurants are affordable. Well, not all of them are affordable to locals, so it's more like a luxury to go to a vegan restaurant sometimes, but this place was actually very reasonable. So you can see there's so much variety, and there were 6 of us, I think. There was my parents, mum and dad, Kenny and I, my mum's friend, and we also met this one girl who was sitting by herself, and Kenny invited her over to sit with us. So we were able to order 1 dish each and share it amongst ourselves, and we ordered a few more after that because the food was really good and we were still hungry after ordering just 1 dish each. So we each ordered a dish and we all shared it, And I think my favorite out of all of them was the Basil Pasta with pine nuts. So even though that's not really local Malaysian food, I found that really tasty. And yeah, so that's the menu. Everyone really enjoyed the food. That's popia. That was one of Kenny's favorites. That was delicious. That's vegan popia. Popia is usually made with pork, so it's good that we found a vegan option that was just as tasty. These are just some photos of the food that we shared. And that corn soup was amazing. It was really nice and sweet. And this is dessert. That's a tofu jelly thing. And this is the bill for all 6 of us. This is another vegan restaurant we went to. This was in Kuala Lumpur. This was one of the more expensive places. It was a cafe called LN Fortunate. It's a really nice layout. They do sourdough bread and Western kind of food, as well as some Malaysian foods. So there's a selection of breads. There weren't that many people when we went because we went on a weekday, and I think most people were either at school or at work. They had a nice billboard of information and quotes. So it's nice to see that there's places like this popping up in Malaysia. Malaysia has such a great variety of food, whether it's vegan or non-vegan. But of course, being vegan, I wanted to try as much as I could that was vegan and support vegan businesses. This is us looking at the menu. As you can see, you might be able to see that the prices here are a lot more expensive. It's comparable to what you would pay in the US or in Australia for eating out at a vegetarian or non-vegan restaurant. So the setting is really nice. The food was expensive though, compared to what else you would get in Malaysia. So this is a look at the menu. They didn't have as much variety as the Leaf. So the menu is just several pages long, including the drinks and desserts. The ice cream was pretty expensive, but it was a treat for us to try it because they did have green tea ice cream and black sesame ice cream, which you don't normally find vegan versions of in the US. And I kind of missed eating green tea and black sesame ice cream from when I went to Malaysia. When I went to Japan 10 years ago, I tried that and I never had it again until we went to Malaysia just a couple of weeks ago. So it was good that we were able to eat a vegan version of that. So yeah, the cakes were 15 ringgit. That's pretty expensive. And here are the lunch specials. They had soups of the day. That day we had pumpkin soup, and we tried one of the sourdough breads with that too. Here Kenny's enjoying his passion fruit mango drink. That was really nice. We both enjoyed it.
It's delicious.
And this is what my mum ordered. She ordered a quinoa salad with apples. This is what my dad ordered, one of the burgers. It's beautifully presented. And oh yeah, Kenny ordered the same thing. So we've got 2 of those burgers there. There's the pumpkin soup. This is what I ordered. I ordered some ramen. That was okay. Not too bad. This is breakfast in another hotel. And this is an Indian restaurant. Now this restaurant isn't vegan, but they have vegan options, and what this guy is laying out on the mats is vegan food. So we were eating out with my parents' friends. This whole trip was all about meeting up with my parents' friends and then going out with my parents because I live in the US and this was the first time that I saw them since last year. So it's just spending time with family, and not everyone is vegan, so we just went wherever my parents went, and I just ate the vegan options. So these are all the vegan options that are being laid out, and then afterwards some meat was served, like fish and chicken and lamb, I think, but I didn't have any of that. I just had what's laid out for everyone, which includes some curries, rice, salads, and it was really filling. Even just the vegan portion, I was able to eat probably 90% of what was there. So this was a unique experience. I hadn't been to an Indian restaurant like this. The food was very tasty, just a little salty. And this is some red bean soup that I had nearer to the end of my trip. So I hope you enjoyed this video. That was just a snippet of the food that we ate. Of course, we ate a lot more than that over the almost 2 weeks that we were there. But hopefully that gave you an idea of the vegan food that you can eat in Malaysia besides the fruits and veggies. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!